Colapinta in, Sergeant out, it's the Monza Grand Prix. Shake it all about. Welcome back to Fog Racing. Yeah, let's preview it. Forza Ferrari Championship battle on. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Hit me with it. It's going to be dry, no rain.
I'm feeling that Red Bull need to respond. I know they're leading, I know they've got the advantage, but for me, the Constructors' Championship is getting away from them fast. They need to respond. They can only really respond with one driver. You do feel like McLaren will get into weekends where either driver can win, and whichever one doesn't win, like a double podium for McLaren feels like a real possibility. I mean, a double podium for Red Bull somehow feels like very little to no chance of happening.
Yeah.
I still think Red Bull will win the drivers because Max has got that advantage, and I mean Norris would need to be really consistent, and for Norris to win the drivers, he's going to need to go on a winning streak, some similar to what we've seen from Max at the beginning of the season when he won multiple races in a row. But I think that Red Bull, I think if they wanted to win the Constructors' Championship, they had to replace Perez mid-season and didn't do it. So
if there's talk of Lando winning the drivers, right, even if he closes it by 50, that alone will win McLaren the Constructors, because Piastri will outscore Perez. It's quite that simple. And I would be shocked if Red Bull won the Constructors. But we're at the Temple of Speed. We're at Monza. Who's going to get the job done? I feel like Ferrari, who've been nowhere, but I think the last two races in Belgium and Holland, they've actually turned it around. They've somehow whipped a lot of performance out during the races, so we'll have to wait and see how that's going to play out for them. In terms of odds for this weekend, Lando Norris evens to win, 13-8 to be fastest qualifier. But I kind of want to look at the season. I want to look to see what price the almighty Red Bull are to win the Constructors. 5-2. I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole.
no, 5-2, not good.
I'd rather bet Ferrari.
Yeah, you got Ferrari and Mercedes both 40-1. Ferrari have the advantage of being a lot closer. Mercedes have the advantage of appearing to have the faster car, but I think we've seen in the last few races that might not be the case.
I mean, you've got options, right?
I still believe that Mercedes and Ferrari are decent odds, especially Ferrari at 40-1. But for me, it's going to be McLaren.
You've got options of betting on Haas and Aston Martin 4,500 to
That's
1.
just not good enough odds. For me, you'd need to give us $1 million. It's just not going to happen anyway, so it's pointless.
Yeah, but it's like you could bet like Zhou Guan Yu to win a race, and it would probably be about the same odds. There's more chance of Zhou obviously winning the race.
You just need to get lucky, miracle. But
One race, this would be lucky in about 20 of them, and bearing in mind every team in front of them probably crashing out. But yeah, I'm going to go quali. Who's going to get pole? I'm going to go Charles Leclerc. I think Ferrari's looking good. They'll turn it up for Monza.
yeah, they normally do. To be honest, the Ferrari normally are pretty good at Monza. I'm going Norris.
Lando Norris, so you think McLaren are going to gallop into the lead 30 odd points behind? He's 70 behind. You know what he can't afford? He can't afford
DNF or something.
Well, DNF obviously, but I think the next time he drops points to Max, it's over. He needs to take like 40 points out of him and then maybe like drop 7, if you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. I'm going with Norris, so I think Norris is the standout driver. I think he's the man on form.
He's the man on form.
He's the man to beat.
I'm going Leclerc, top 5 in the race. 5th, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go for Verstappen. 4th, I'm going to go Hamilton.
I was going to go for Verstappen.
4th, I'm going to go Hamilton. 3rd, I'm going to go Piastri. 2nd, Leclerc. 1st, Norris. And what I like about this season, at this stage, apart from Perez, I literally feel like the other 7 could win.
Yeah, and that's great because it's been a long, long time since we had that in F1. I'm going to go with Max 5th, Sainz 4th, Piastri 3rd, Leclerc 2nd, Norris 1st at my top 5.
That's his top 5. I've given you my top 5. It should be a good race. Looking forward to it. Monza's a bit boring sometimes, but when you get 7 cars going for it, it's a good time. Till next time.